Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rock, Paper, Pencil, your daily dose of tabletop and traditional gaming goodness. Today I'm going to be starting another series called GM's Bag of Tricks. These are a few of the things that I think that every game master and really gamer should keep around, not necessarily on their person all the time. A lot of these I keep in my car just for when I happen to be at places, hanging out with friends. We decide we want to play a few games or something. And the first thing on that list is going to be decks of playing cards. These are some of the most useful things that you can carry around, not just because of the obvious card games you can play. I mean, everybody loves playing some blackjack and poker, getting around the table, hanging out with your friends, knocking a few back, playing some poker. Where they also come in handy is at the tabletop gaming table. I use them in RPGs a lot for initiative. You can hand out ace through king, ace goes first, and on down the line. Or in the case of Eclipse Phase, which everybody knows how much I love Eclipse Phase, Eclipse Phase actually has multiple action phases in each action turn. So some characters will get to act twice, and I will hand them out based on suit as to who goes in what action phase. So, say we've got two people at the table that have a speed of 2, so they go in 2 action phases instead of 1 action phase each action turn. I will hand everyone at the table a club based on their initiative order. And then in action phase 2, those people who are still getting to act get hearts in their action phase order. And it keeps things relatively simple, real easy to keep track of. Now they also come in handy for I know some game types actually use cards instead of dice for rules mitigation. For one, I know Unisystem actually has a whole system dedicated to it. Savage Worlds requires them. I think I'm almost 100% positive Aces and H uses them. Deadlands, even prior to it being a Savage World setting, used them. These are a really handy thing just to have. I have dozens at my house. I keep 2 or 3 decks in my car. It's great to just keep around and keep at the table, keep around so that you've got something to do. There's been a few times where we've ended game a little early, ended our Eclipse Phase session a little earlier back when we were playing Pathfinder a lot, and we haven't really felt like going home, or no one's felt like stopped hanging out, so we just run out and grab a couple of sixers and sit back, knock a few back, and just play some poker all night. They're also just handy for when you're bored. I love solitaire. I absolutely love it. It's great for that. You can use playing cards for so many things. Who knows? You might want to pick up a couple of card tricks and learn them just to amaze some kids that you might be hanging out with. I prefer bicycle cards. I love bicycle. I like the coating that they have on them. You do have to break them in a little bit to get them to really feel nice, but once you got it broke in, there's nothing that feels better in my hands anyway than a broken in deck of cards. You can get them, especially at dollar stores and stuff, where they're completely uncoated and they're just cardstock, and those are actually not so bad. I have a couple of decks of cards that I've actually gotten from a website called McGregor Games, and they're reproductions of 18th and 17th century, I believe, card decks from Germany, and they're actually really cool. I've got one that's a reproduction of the most common deck of cards from the Civil War, also from McGregor Games. They're a really cool place to go if you want some cool dice or some cool cards. Really old school traditional games. It's a really cool website to check out. In fact, I'm probably going to put a link down below for McGregor Games. But yeah, I recommend keeping at least a deck or two on hand anywhere you're going to be gaming. You never know when it's going to come in handy. A lot of games, I believe Pathfinder has one. I know old school D&D 3.5, older school, not necessarily old school, but D&D 3.5, I know that they had a couple of card games. Nothing really sets the scene at a bar scene in any kind of game better than being able to sit down and actually play a round of Baccarat or Gin or something that everyone can gamble at. There's always that risk versus reward that makes it kind of fun, and having actual cards on the table and not mitigating it to dice rolls, it kind of gets everybody involved a little more and gets that tension a little bit higher. So yeah, short video today, but just I think that this is something that every GM and player really should keep on their person, should keep at the table. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check the link below for McGregor Games, and until next time, keep rolling.